Today we're gonna cook this fish curry in a mud pot or a chetty as we call it in Malayalam. Here I'm adding 2.5 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm gonna let this heat and melt down a bit. After the oil is heated, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds or uliva in Malayalam, and I'm gonna let this sputter a bit for 1 minute. Once that's done, I'm gonna add 2 slit green chilies, 6 to 7 pieces of curry leaves or curry vepla in Malayalam. Here I have 6 cloves of garlic cut into slices. Three inches of ginger cut into slices as well. Let this cook until slightly brown. Here I have used 2 medium-sized onions cut into slices. Usually for fish curry back home in Kerala we use the small onions or cherry uli as we call it in Malayalam. So you could replace the medium onions with them, and I would suggest around 6 cherry ulis, which would work best over here. I thought adding some light would make things a little clearer as well. So I am frying this until the onions are translucent. While this cooking in a bowl, I'm gonna add the masalas and mix them with some water. Here I'm adding 2 tablespoons of coriander powder or mani podi and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder or mani podi. Then I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of red chili powder or Mulakittathu, the spicy one, and 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri chili powder or Kashmiri Mulakittathu. That's for the red color. And then add some water and mix it up. You can add enough water to make a paste-like consistency. Here you can see it's a little coarse than a rather smooth texture. So what I did a little bit later is add a little more water, and you'll see that in a couple of minutes. Once the onions are slightly translucent, add the masala mixture into the pot. The reason we mix this masala with water is because we want to avoid them getting burnt. And this usually happens when we use a mud pot or a chetty vessel. So let this mix up and let this cook until the oil separates from the masala. Once the oil is separated, you can mix some more water into the bowl that had the masala and just add that to the dish. So here you can just mix it up and let it simmer for another 2 to 3 minutes. Now I'm gonna add 3 Kudampulis, which I have soaked in hot water for around 15 minutes, and I'm gonna let this simmer for another 5 minutes. You want to make sure that this gravy has absorbed all that tanginess and the puli taste from the tamarind. I'm adding around 1 cup of water over here. You can add as much as you want depending on how much gravy you'd like. Once that's done, I am adding the fish. Here I'm using Kingfish or Neymeen as we call it in Malayalam. I have cut them into steak sizes, but you can cut them smaller or however you like. So as you can see that the gravy is not completely submerging the fish, and that's how it's supposed to be. Make sure that the amount of water you put does not completely drown the fish in the curry. So when it's simmering, it absorbs flavor much easier and the fish cooks perfectly. I'm going to cover it now and let it simmer on medium flame for around 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you can see that it's come to a boil and there is an aroma of a fish curry in your kitchen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check each fish piece by flipping them over and letting it simmer for another 2 minutes, just like that. I'm adding some salt. I'm not giving a rough estimation of this because you can add it according to your taste. We finally come to the last step. Here I've added 2 stalks of curry leaves on both sides of the pot, and I've added some couple of them in the middle as well. This adds some additional flavor. Also adding some coconut oil. This is around 1 tablespoon, a little dollop of each on both sides. Now let this cook and simmer for another 5 minutes, and then your curry should be ready. I hope you guys like the recipe and that you give it a try. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.